Well, it's exciting day today. As you saw from the opening clip, I found some morels on my property here. I'm not an expert on morels, but I've been picking them for the past few years. And I do know that if you're looking for morels, usually they are around elm trees. From my experience, if you have an elm tree that's dying or needs to be cut down, usually what happens if you cut it down, the next season you'll have a nice big spread of morels around the base of the elm tree. They have a symbiotic culture together, so they work together. I guess they feed off each other, and they produce morels. Usually I find that they produce for 2 years, and then after that it's kind of hit or miss. From my experience picking morels, I've never really found them in the same place twice. From what I understand, you can go back to the same spot every year and find them, but that's not my case. This spot I found them in right now, there was a small patch 2 years ago, and this year there's a bigger patch, bigger flush of them with a bigger, wider area of them. And they're by spruce tree. Well, actually not a spruce tree, I think it's a white pine tree. And we will walk around and show you a few of them. I think there's about 50 of them up in this area here that I found them. Oh, here we go, here's a nice bunch of them. These guys are pretty much ready to pick here. Look how beautiful they are. That's another healthy specimen there. It's gonna make some great treat. I'm gonna be frying them up with a little bit of butter and some wild leeks. So here's another one here, and another one there. And another one here. He's probably ready to pick. Usually I like to wait a bit longer, but we've had a lot of rain, so they've come up. And usually it's about early May right now, and I find they usually come up mid to late May from my experience, but the snow went early and things are warming up fast. Look at them all. Look how big they are. So amazing. And over here, oh, and every day I come back up, there's more popping up. Look at them all. Another guy, he's just emerging there. And these guys are coming up. I don't think these guys will be much bigger than this. They're smaller ones. Oh, look, there's more over here. I don't think I saw these guys yesterday either. Oh, wow. Look at this. More here, another one here. This is so exciting. Morels are so good. So we will go back and see some more over here as well. And you just gotta be careful where you walk. And one thing about morels is you always gotta look down when you're looking for them, because they're hard to spot. Because you can tell from the color, they're sort of grayish, some are a little lighter, but they really blend in well with the area that you're in, especially if you're in a wooded area where there's leaves. It's extremely hard to find them. So as we come up here, there's a big patch over here of the lighter colored ones. We'll come around this way here. There we go, these are good. I might wait a few more days because they're still coming up here, but it's hard to tell. Like, they can grow within hours, but I haven't noticed them getting much bigger in the past few days. I've checked here about 3 days in a row now. Oh, there's more there. Just to make sure that they're not rotting, because if they start rotting, then you want to get them right away. But they've been pretty good with the rain. Let's see. There's a few more here coming up. A little baby one there. And I know there's, here's another one here. And 2 more here. And I know there's a few more over there. So what we'll do, I'll get my knife and basket, we'll cut a few. And there's another spot on my property as well where we had elm tree. I'll show you what I'm talking about with the elm tree. And then we'll check that out after I cut some of these ones. Okay, so now I'm gonna get these guys here. Now, everyone always asks, what should you use, a knife when you're cutting, or just hand pick them? Honestly, there's always a different discussion on what you should be doing. Some people say that if you pick them with your hand like this, you'll wreck it. But some people say if you pick it with your hands, it helps them regrow again. I've always used a knife to cut them. I find it's quicker, easier. And I use a basket here too. Nice wicker basket. You want the spores to fall out too, so it re-spores itself for next year, so that they grow back. Super easy to do. You grab your knife, you got the mushroom here, and you go either from front to back. I'll go back to front, and you just give it a nice little cut here. And look at that. Beautiful. Nice smell. And now you have to be careful. If you don't know what you're looking for, you can get the false morels as well. I believe from what I understand is they're not hollow in the center. Morels are hollow in the center. I've never found one, so I can't give you any guidance. So always remember, when you're picking mushrooms, refer to a guide or a professional mushroom picker who knows what they're doing. I don't want to give you any false information and then something happens. So mushrooms, always be careful of what you're picking and know what you're picking. If you don't touch it. I know morels quite well because I've picked them for a number of years. There's a beautiful one there. Oh, so exciting. And we'll get this last one here. There we go. And I'll show you the little bases of them as well here. That's how much I leave. And as you can tell, there's quite a bit down to the bottom as well. So leave a little bit. And I always leave a few morels in the area too, so they can spore out and keep producing fruit for the previous year, for next year and the year after. Hopefully next year there's still some in this area here. Okay, we'll continue to the next spot here and we'll cut a few more. Here's a beautiful one here. Really excited for these guys. There you go. Nice one there. And there's another one just over here. This one's kind of lopsided, but that's okay. Come down, and as well, I don't know if this does anything, but you can kind of shake them around a bit on the ground, see if it spores anything out. Who knows? I really don't know if it works or not, but why not? Okay, here we go. Here's another nice one here. Now these ones I don't think will grow much bigger than this. Sometimes if you wait another day or two, they will get quite a bit bigger. Now let's show you these ones here. So this one here, you can tell he's getting a little older, he's drying out. I just want to show you, I normally would have just left him, but I just want to show you what it looks like when it's starting to dry out and not big, not good to be picked anymore. What I'll do, I'm just going to leave him here. Maybe just spore him around a bit too. Who knows, like I said, if it does anything, but it's worth the try. And we'll get these two here. And there's one more over here. Oh wow, look at them all in here. This is exciting. So we'll get these guys here as well. This is a funny looking one. That's his shape. All right, I'll pick a few more here and then show you the harvest. We'll head to the other place I know where there's more too. Here's the harvest so far. Good number of them in there. You can see, look at them all. And there's still about 20 of them kicking around. I'm gonna let them sit for a few more days and mature a bit more. But we're gonna go out over to the other spot now and see what we can find. All right, I'm at the elm tree here that we cut down last year. It was dying. And there's a big flush of them all around and underneath that trailer up there. But this year, there doesn't seem to be too many here. I've only seen a few, and they were hard to find. Now there's a few just up here. I don't want to step too much on the grass here because I'm hoping there's gonna be more. There's only a few small ones here this year. There's some nice bigger ones last year. And there's another one back, oh here we go, right there. But other than that, there's not a whole lot here this year. I was expecting a lot more. Oh wait, here's one more. This one's probably good to be picked here. There's another new one here. I love the shapes of them, they're all so different. So I would expect more in this area, but we will see. I'll keep checking in the next few days. And the key with morel hunting mushrooms is check every day to see what happens. If you don't, you'll probably miss them. You always gotta look down when you're looking for them too. I like to get down to ground level, and it helps to just find more. But we're gonna pick one or two of these guys here, and then we will go show you the other spot. So here's a spot that they came up last year as well. I'm not sure why. I think it's basswood trees. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's because this tree's on its way out here and it's feeding it. This whole bunch of, I don't know what that is, some kind of yellow fungus. But last year they were all up in there. There's only about 5 or 6 around here. But this year, there are just a few here. 1, 2, 3, another one emerging there. And I think there was another one back there. And you just gotta tread lightly when you're walking too, because you don't want to step on any. Oh, here we go. Here's the last one here. So I am going to pick probably 2 of them and leave the rest here, maybe 3, so they can spore out hopefully and refruit themselves for next year, which would be awesome. But there you go, guys. Just some tips on how I look for mushrooms and what kind of trees I'm looking at. And from my experience, it's all over the place with trees. I'll find them all over the place under different trees every year. But mostly elm trees is what you're looking for, is the key one, especially if they're dying or you need to cut one down. Hope you guys found that helpful, and hope you're finding lots of morels out there this year. Like I said, I think they're early this year. I think last year they were a bit later, but it's all good. When you find morels, it's always a happy day. So thanks for watching, guys. Give me a subscribe there, share it around, give it a thumbs up, and happy morel mushroom hunting.